Hi, my name is Brandy. I'm starting sort of a grief journal to document some of the things that a mother who's lost a child or an infant is going through or has gone through, and I realize that every grief journey is a unique one. You may be overseas where you're not able to get counseling, or you may not have sought counseling yet. I wanted you to know that there is someone who can relate to your journey, who understands. The reason I started this grief journal is because I am part of a group of mothers who has lost babies to SIDS. It was started by SIDS America. You can, if you are interested in more information, they can be looked up on sidsamerica.org. The organization was started by Bill and Cheryl Darnell. I became a leader in the Dallas area just a few months ago. I was looking for the support of people who understood the kind of grief and loss that I have been through. I know that even though the grief is unique to each individual, I just needed to find somebody who could understand, who could relate, and whom I could draw strength from. I found a group of mothers that is wonderful, friendly, kind, and welcoming. And we meet in an environment that feels very much like home, very welcoming. Bill and Cheryl had originally wanted to start out the SIDS America group and foundation for that specific reason, in a place that you could feel welcome to share your feelings and your thoughts, your worries, your anxieties, and feel supported in doing so. I have found relief in the solace of good friends, a wonderful support system, and my faith in Christ. My son Trace died in the year of 2010 in April. I'm going to try not to cry while I'm going through the story, and it's very difficult, but my son Trace was with a provider or a babysitter at the time that he passed away. He was in his playpen. He passed in his sleep, and he was the youngest of my 4 children. I loved him very dearly. I was at work the day that he passed away, and I'm telling you in an informative way just so that I'm not crying. I had friends and family immediately around me. I worked about an hour from my home, and he was within 10 minutes of the place that I worked. So when I got the phone call from the policeman, I immediately rushed to the hospital. I can't go on with the rest of the story. It's just, I just can't go on with the rest of the story at the moment. I won't be able to get it out. My family and I have sought counseling. The children are involved in counseling specifically geared toward children, and I am in counseling that is geared towards mothers who have lost infants. I can't tell you significantly what helped me the most. I'd say it was all an accumulation of all of those things. I would certainly encourage you to find help in a friend, or even seeking a professional to be able to help you. Certainly if you're having thoughts of harm or wanting to hurt yourself or others, certainly seek help as fast as you can, whether it be through a doctor or a professional counselor, a pastor, a friend. Reach out to somebody to get help. My son was 11 weeks old at the time that he passed, and this was not my family's first infant loss to SIDS. My little brother died when I was between the ages of 11 and 12. I believe I was just about to turn 12 Um, and so when this loss occurred, I had my mother to draw strength from. She immediately flew to be with us here in Texas and took care of everything that needed to be taken care of. And I feel like I drew that strength because she had already been through an ordeal herself, and she knew right where to step in. If people are asking, can we help you? You've got to be able to let them know, yes, I need help, and this is the way you can do it, whether it be a meal or just a phone call every night if you need it, or saying prayer with you, or just talking to you, just being with you in the same room. Sometimes that's all you need. If you have a good friend, even just helping to fold the laundry. You've got to be able to communicate that, though, to the person who is asking, can I help? And they're wanting to be in action for you. They want to help if they're asking. I have found that some friends have stayed and have been very close and have been very supportive, and they've been with me from the time that my son passed to the present time. And I draw strength from them, encouraged to take the next step and to keep moving through the grief journey. Sometimes I get pretty emotional, so I'll slow down and I know to breathe. Sometimes we forget to breathe and we catch our breath. And we have to remember to take a breath in. Wherever you are in your grief journey or your grief walk, I know that for me the holidays just came by. It was Thanksgiving just last week, and it left me fairly emotional. Christmas is right around the corner. The beginning of all the holidays last year, I found it very difficult to do anything at all. I was very thankful that the kids were here. They wanted to be able to celebrate the holidays, and I certainly didn't want to take that away from them. So I pulled out all the decorations and allowed them to do everything and kind of supervised. They got the tree together, maybe with all the ornaments on one side, but it was certainly an effort for them and myself, but it got done. And this year I was able to help a little bit more. I felt like being able to give back to my friends and just cook for people. I finally felt like I could organize something and put my mind to it and bring a group of friends together, whereas I didn't feel like I could do that before. It was hard enough just keeping myself and my emotions together. I found a lot of helpful tools along the way for moving through my grief. I found that journaling helps. Sometimes if I need to journal and write out things that I might have said to my son Trace, that helps. I don't do it all the time, but it's just something that I've had on my mind, and it helps me have the release of those emotions for the immediate moment. I've learned to give myself permission to grieve in certain ways. If I feel overwhelmed at the grocery store, then I go ahead and pack up and go home, and it's okay that I do that. I don't have anybody telling me that I have to grieve in one way or another, or that it has to be a certain way. Just having met other people that have gone through my similar situation and are going through their own unique grief journey has made all the difference. And the decisions in and around that period of time for major things had to be put off for a while, and not forever. I did eventually go back to work. I chose to go back to work relatively quickly. We had bills to pay, and I felt like if I stayed at home, I didn't know that I could handle that. I didn't think that I could be left alone with just my thoughts, and it was very comforting to be in the work environment where people were supporting me immediately, sending me emails, sending me texts, stopping by, constantly asking, "Are you okay?" There have been friends that have stayed, and there have been friends that have walked away. Everybody's different. I understand that that's not something to fault people for if they've had to walk away. They just had no relatability, and I would never want for anyone to have to relate to that for having gone through the experience. But anyways, I just wanted to say, be encouraged, stay strong for the holidays, draw strength in the areas that you can, and until we meet again, I will see you soon. Thank you.